Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Assembly Committee on Growth and Infrastructure. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Assemblywoman Brown May. Assemblyman Carter. Assemblywoman Dickman. Assemblywoman Gallant. Assemblyman Gurr. Assemblywoman Kasama. Assemblywoman Marzola. Assemblywoman Miller. Assemblyman Miller. Assemblywoman Peters. Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong. Chair Watts.
And I am here. Thank you. We do have a quorum. Please mark members present as they arrive. Otherwise, just mark them absent excused. We have other committees going. We have quite a bit going on right now. So with that, members, we do have another bill on our agenda. It is Senate Bill 205, which revises provisions relating to the registration of off-highway vehicles. We're going to jump right into it. So I'll open the hearing on SB 205. Welcome to the committee, Senator Hansen. Please proceed whenever you're ready.
Mr. Chair, thank you. Members of the committee, I'm Ira Hansen, representing Senate District 14. Senate Bill 205 really does one fundamental thing currently for OHV vehicles in Nevada. They're required by law to register yearly. This simply provides an option of a 3-year window. The dollar amounts would remain exactly the same. For example, if it's $20 for 1 year, it would be $60 for 3 years. In law now, there is a cap. They can go $20 to $30 maximum. There's one other provision in the bill, and that is a reciprocity clause. If people currently bring their OHVs from another state, they're allowed a 15-day window before if it's longer than that, they have to license them. What we did was to help protect Nevada folks that go into other states. We said, yeah, we'll treat your state like you treat our state. And that really is the whole bill. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
All right. Thank you. Short and sweet. We appreciate the presentation, Senator. Members, questions? Vice Chair Brown May.
Thank you, Senator, for the presentation. Just one simple question. Registration is through the Department of Motor Vehicles for off-highway vehicles. Is this anticipated to decrease the demand at the DMV?
Thank you, Ira Hansen, for the record. What I did forget to point out, I'm sorry, the DMV, if you look at the bill at the end, originally there was a fiscal note attached to the bill by DMV because they thought if they had to implement it right away, they would have to do some computer programming changes. They're currently in the process of changing their entire system out. So if you see at the end of the bill, it becomes available once DMV has the new system in place. As far as your question, once that's in place, I don't think it changes anything, to be honest with you. I mean, it just changes it from a 1-year to a 3-year opportunity. In fact, when you think about it, it actually gives 3 times the revenue for 1/3 the paperwork. So it's a good deal for them if they choose to go forward with that.
Thank you. I think the answer to that question was yes.
I'm a politician. I'm sorry. I can't just say yes or no.
Thank you.
Yes.
Next, we'll go to Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Senator Hansen, for bringing this interesting piece of legislation. So can you kind of explain what's the genesis? What's bringing this on?
Thank you, Ira Hansen again. Interesting enough, they have, the reason it came up is currently I have several trailers that I use in my plumbing business, and they give a 3-year option for that. And I said, hey, that's a great idea, because for me it means I don't have to worry about going to DMV or dealing with paperwork once every 3 years. And I have a bunch of OHVs also, and I thought, well, why not? And that really, honestly, is the complete genesis of the bill. And the more I thought about it, that's a good idea for people that want to do this, register their vehicles. And I don't know about you, but it seemed like those registration fees and little cards they used to give from DMV seem to come awfully quick. So if I can push it off to once every 3 years, it's a great deal for me, paperwork-wise, and I think for the government folks, they get 3 times the revenue for 1/3 of the paperwork, as I said earlier. So that's really the genesis of it. I can't think of the guy's name that runs the OHV thing in Department of Conservation and Natural Resources at the moment. He did testify earlier. They're in favor of it, but he loved the idea for that very reason. And the only snag that we came up with was the DMV fiscal note, and so we simply pushed that out and eliminated that. So it will become mandatory when their new system is in place.
Thank you. Members, additional questions? Assemblywoman Dickman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just couldn't let my senator go without some question. So I really love this, and I'm just wondering if maybe next session you'd bring a bill to do this with our vehicles?
Thank you. Ira Hansen again. I honestly think that's a good idea. I really do. I don't know about you guys, but, like I said, it seems like those registration things come up quick. And if I could do it once every 3 years instead of every year, I think with automobiles, because the costs are substantially higher, there may be less likelihood of that. Plus, you might, a couple of years, you may sell your car or something. So
Or
there may
make
be,
it optional?
But I agree. I think the option's great. And like I said, I don't know who came up with the idea to do it with trailers, but that's the genesis of the bill.
Thank you. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, and I know I've certainly heard and seen proposals to use the similar 3-year option that exists for trailers for other types of registrations, particularly for ones with smaller dollar amounts or those vehicle types that have a little bit more stability. As you mentioned, automobiles can move around quite a bit, and then you may end up doing an extended registration and then transferring it to someone else who then has to re-register it. But for some of these other vehicles or items that need to be registered, they tend to have a little bit more staying power, and again, as you noted, allows one transaction instead of 3. So definitely appreciate you bringing this forward and continuing the conversation on that front. Members, additional questions? All right. Seeing none, thank you very much for the presentation, Senator.
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate it.
With that, we'll move to testimony in support of Senate Bill 205. Anyone wishing to provide testimony in support, please come forward. Seeing no takers, BPS, do we have anyone with us on the phone lines?
There are no callers at this time.
All right. Seeing nobody here in support, we'll move to testimony in opposition. Does anyone wish to provide testimony in opposition to Senate Bill 205? Seeing no one coming forward at this time, BPS, can we check and see if anyone's joined us by phone?
There are no callers at this time.
All right, and finally we'll move to testimony in the neutral position on Senate Bill 205. Anyone wishing to provide testimony in the neutral position, please do come forward. Seeing no one, BPS, has anyone called in?
There are no callers at this time.
All right, thank you. Senator, any closing remarks? All right, thank you. With that, we will close the hearing on Senate Bill 205 and open the work session on Senate Bill 205, which we just heard. Members, are there any questions about this measure? Seeing none, I'd accept a motion to do pass. I've got a motion from Assemblywoman Dickman, a second from Assemblywoman Gallant. Any discussion on the motion? Senator, I was tempted to go into a several-minute-long discussion about how much I appreciate the policy, how much it makes sense, that I'll likely be the only person in opposition to it, but then discuss how these vehicles, which are manufactured primarily in China, bring up some additional considerations. But seeing no discussion on the motion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay? Motion carries unanimously of the members present. And in keeping with the latest tradition in this body, I will be assigning that floor statement to Assemblyman MacArthur. Thank you for your time, Senator. That brings us to the last item on our agenda, which is public comment. Does anyone wish to provide public comment in person? Seeing no takers. BPS, has anyone joined us by phone?
The public line is open and working, but there are no callers at this time.
Thank you. Members, that concludes our business for the day. We are likely going to take possession of one more bill. So we will probably be back, I'm guessing, tomorrow, sometime, to hear another bill. And just out of an abundance of caution, although I do not see any more business before us today. We are going to stand in recess. Thank you for your time. We're in recess.